so excited that you're here.
Yeah, no, this is really exciting.
And we're even more excited that you are currently doing a performance to the Frozen song, Let It Go.
Yeah, it just had its opening weekend in Florida, and it had a really great turnout. The crowd in Orlando was especially good. And NBC is going to play an hour of it.
You were trying to decide how to do your hair so that you look like Elsa.
Kind of hard to skate when like a braid whips you in the face.
Okay.
Because you'll do a jump and it's like, ow. And then you have a couple strands, but long curls are working.
Twitter question, Juliet, she asked, can you start figure skating when you're 18 years old?
It's not traditional. Usually people start when they're really young, like any really competitive sport. And like the younger, just like your body is, it's a lot easier to do some of the stuff if you're like, 14, 70 pounds.
How many years have you been skating for?
11 years this summer.
What advice can you give to girls who want to take their skating to the next level?
Well, definitely reevaluate your off-ice training situation, because that's a big thing that people forget about, is compensating your workout off the ice. You don't really get a great ab workout while you're skating, but you have to have a really strong core, because if you're coming down on a blade, you have to have super balance.
And we have actually a fan joining us today, Kayla from Wisconsin.
So during the Olympics, your coach looked very stoic. Is there a different face he makes when he's disappointed? And then how do you deal with the disappointment within yourself or from others?
His face was rather stoic. There are actually some really funny memes online. And then he had been out of women's skating for a little bit, so he didn't know when the score was read out loud if it was good or not. And so he actually turned to me and he's like, "Is that a good score?" He's like, and he was trying to like see it. And when he's disappointed, he doesn't necessarily make a face, but he'll just calmly explain to you why you're such a disappointment. But
That's like knife through the heart.
yeah, then you're like, oh.
How much do you pay attention to that coverage on Tumblr, on Reddit?
There are cameras everywhere. So, and we were probably, there are microphones at the boards, at the rink, and the kiss and cry, backstage. Even in the locker rooms, there were some cameras. They were removed though. But in the warm-up area, so you were on camera 24/7. So you had to be really careful about what you wanted to put out there and what you wanted to put forward.
How do you choose your costumes?
It's definitely a long process. I actually had a couple of costumes this year before we decided on the blue one and the red one. Frank isn't a huge sparkle fan. When it comes to rhinestones, he thinks it gets gaudy very quickly.
I'm the opposite.
Which,
How many fittings do you have before you decide?
well, in a perfect world, when your dressmaker has your measurements and your sizes, you kind of design it, you make it, and it's perfect. But often, sleeves are a little long, maybe the neck is tight, this is loose, the skirt's long or it's too short, so it's quite the process. Well, for a while, women couldn't wear pants, and then they allowed that, and
Would you ever?
depending on the music, it's still, and like what kind of image you want.
Yeah.
You could. It's definitely been done before. Now that you can have lyrics in your music the next coming seasons.
Oh, I didn't know
I think
that.
that is going to be a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting because...
Are you going to skate to Beyonce?
Would you ever skate to a rap song?
Well, figure skating is really rooted in tradition. It's really traditional still. So I think that maybe if you just came up out with a Beyonce, you're going to get a mixed bag of judge feedback.
Why do Olympic athletes always take the photo where they're like biting the medal?
I only have one, and they asked for it, and then I said, oh, no, like, I don't want to, and they really insisted. And so I was like,
Photographers insist?
yeah, the picture doesn't just like snap, you kind of have to like hold it in your mouth. And I didn't want to put my Olympic medal in my mouth. It seemed like a
I think that's normal.
thing.
Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank you
joining us
guys.
today.
Thank you.